Dalton Ross of Entertainment Weekly. Welcome back to the EW Suite at Comic-Con in San Diego. I am super excited because I'm sitting here with the cast and showrunner of Tales of the Walking Dead, which premieres August 14th on AMC. We got Samantha Morton, we got Danny Ramirez, we got Terry Crews, we got showrunner Channing Powell. And everyone, definitely make sure to keep watching because by the end of this interview, there's like a good to decent chance that Terry Crews will not have a shirt on and his pecs will be like bumping up and down.
I'll give you a little taste right now. There you go. We got a teaser.
I'm doing the same thing.
Me too. You just can't see it.
Can't tell, yeah.
I'm super interested in this show, Channing, because The Walking Dead is like an uber serialized franchise. It's like a franchise that usually requires a lot of patience. Like, it's like serialized not just within one show, but over like mini shows. So I'm curious, like, how you approach this and how you had to sort of maybe reapproach a Walking Dead entity where each story is going to be sort of beginning, middle, and end in like an hour.
This was really exciting to do because I've been on other Walking Dead shows, obviously. I've been writing for the universe for a long time, and they are so serialized. And I think I like crazy ideas. I like out-of-the-box ideas. I was always itching to, think about what the weirdest character I could think of in this world. How would a normal person react to this? So this was a lot of fun because I got to sit down and think, what have I not written on The Walking Dead before? What's something nobody would expect to see in the apocalypse? And, something like Parker Posey popped into my mind, and I want to see how she deals with a walker. So it was really fun sort of figuring out also how far AMC and Scott Gimple would let me go in pushing the boundaries of the universe. And because you write on certain seasons of a show, you might not get to see the end of a character's story or whatever it is. So this was really it was like writing 6 little movies. I got to do a beginning, middle, and end for each character. So I got to decide what happened to them, which was really exciting.
Were any of these stories like percolating while you're working on one of the other Walking Dead shows that like didn't make it in, or like you pitched and they didn't like quite make it to screen?
No, these are all pretty original to the Tales universe. The Alpha one was percolating for a little while. That was the only one that was kind of, and we do have a little bit more of a mythology built out there. And so I'm hoping people love the episode because I'm hoping people love every episode because I kind of want to revisit everybody here. But that was really the only one that was there.
That was what you said, Samantha, really fascinated me when you're like, yes, we've seen Alpha flashbacks before, but they weren't from her perspective. They're from her daughter's perspective, Lydia. So what does that mean? Does that just mean it's from literally a different perspective, or does it mean like there's an unreliable narrator maybe working here a little bit?
I think that's an interesting point because children, how they cope with PTSD and how memory, it's something really fascinating about how we remember things anyway as human beings, but especially for Cassidy, who played Lydia, that was her storyline. So with this, and it is again a standalone like film because it's not just Dee, who becomes Alpha, and young Lydia, Scarlet Bloom, who's extraordinary. There are other actors within the episode who are absolutely incredible, and it's their journey as well. So it's kind of, it's so not like, it's not that it's not like The Walking Dead because it is, but it's so different than anything you could imagine. And it's also, there's such a twist. I was like, what? When I read the script.
Tell me now. Go ahead. No one's watching. Just tell me.
You've got to see the twist. It's so good.
It's robots. No.
Yeah.
What was it like getting to see all your old castmates? Because I know, they had their panel. You guys are all hanging out together and having a dinner. What was it like to see all the
Well, that was amazing. But what was really amazing, I think, was for when I met Terry, was, and just the conversations we had, because it's, I don't know, like we didn't get to meet when we were filming. So it was great to see all the family because they're like family. But I just love meeting these guys, and just because I would go on the makeup bus in the morning, and because my episode was the last one that was filmed, and all of the pictures were on the storyline was on the wall, and I was like, what happens there? No. And oh no! And I'm desperate to see it because I haven't seen any of it. But I think meeting Terry and Danny has been my highlight, really.
And Danny and Terry, it sounds like you all were geeking out, though, meeting some of the Walking Dead folks, right? Who's geeking out more?
Oh, I was the major geek out. I was grabbing people. They were like, don't touch me. Okay. First of all,
I met Terry, and Terry was like, all right, cool. I heard the original cast is coming. And then he like, kind of like shoved me to the side. And then
But
he
I
ran
thought
up.
you were in The Walking Dead. When I met Danny, I was like, yeah, I was like, you, because my head was all over the place.
I was a walker.
No.
well, I am the biggest fan of the original show. I followed it from the beginning. I mean, I've spent years with these characters. And then when I got to meet Samantha in person, I was nervous because I was like, I'm so scared of her. And I was like, is she going to be nice? You know, and then she just surprised me. We had the best conversation of all time, just learning her history and learning all these things. And we just started talking about life. And then I got to meet all the other guys, which blew me, with Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride. And I was just going, oh, my God, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then to be a part of this world. Not only to be a fan, but now I'm in the universe. And you have to pinch me because it's really, really hard, because I just look at this like, man, I am living a total dream. And this one is a horror dream. It's actually a nightmare. But to get this chance, and Channing wrote this beautiful, beautiful piece of work that I get to be a part of. And Olivia Munn, who it's me and Olivia in our whole episode, and we got to regroup because we did Newsroom together with Aaron Sorkin years back, and then we got to come back together, and the chemistry was like it never left. It was so amazing, and I can't wait for the world to see this.
I can't wait to see it. And actually, Danny, I don't think you know this, but I was on set for your episode. I snuck in there for a day and was watching. And, without spoiling anything, we'll say your character has a lot of psychological stuff he's dealing with. And I'm watching you do this. I'm like, man, this is a lot. Like, what's it like for you to have to gear up take after take to get into a place of your character who's really dealing with a lot emotionally and psychologically, in addition, obviously, to physically?
Well, I think what I also had to get kind of used to it was the shooting schedule. I think the shooting schedule kind of lent itself to how we were going to approach. I think it definitely helped with my character in regards to Deborah came in, and she was the director of the episode, and essentially so much of the psychological duel between these two characters was kind of already blocked out in the camera movements she was going to use and how she was telling the story. So I think that definitely helped, was connecting with her vision and then figuring out that in this house. Am I? Okay. I could say,
so far, so good.
Yeah,
I could say
you're trapped with your lady friend.
And we're in a house, and I think the shooting schedule definitely was a brand new thing, which is like, you got to take what's real and what's around you, and that kind of fuels a lot of what you do. And I think within this specifically, it was a really cool kind of like a new element of chaos for me. And I think it lent so much into like that, what was building up in my character's belly and then kind of manifesting throughout the entire episode. And it was just cool to play with the genre in that way, and I think just to tackle a mini movie in 11 days, which is just wild, and it was super ambitious, and it just kind of like lent itself to that.
It's awesome. I can't wait for people to see it. Before I let you guys go, Channing, you guys love to do Easter eggs, whether it's Beta's album cover showing up on Fear the Walking Dead. Can we expect to see some Easter eggs in these?
There's one Easter egg you guys can expect to see, and I won't say what episode it's in. I want to make sure the fans find it and put it on the interwebs.
But I just want to say one thing really quickly. A lot of my friends are like, I'm not into horror, I'm not going to watch this. I have to say that this is so funny, some of this stuff, and so strange that those of you out there that think, I'm not sure if, and if you've, because there's so many seasons of The Walking Dead, you can just dip right into our world. You don't need to have seen any of The Walking Dead because they're short little films. There
That's
you
a great
go.
point.
Bam.
And you can start seeing those short little films on August 14th on AMC. The gang from Tales of the Walking Dead. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out.
Thank you.
Plenty more to come.
Thank you so much.
All day live right here from the EW Suite at Comic-Con.
Bye. See you.
Bye.